Onivia, League of Legends highlights.
And the Meganar timings in those team fights.
Yeah, it looks like they were too scared to blind pick the Camille themselves, so they're happy just taking the Gnar and letting G2 have the Camille. I mean, that's just a problem. I think blind picking the Camille would be safer with the Jax ban, but here it has got a lot of comfort.
A new style for myself, evolving as a player. And now Jankos and Caps around this mid lane. VTO hovering towards the right side of the map. He knew that Zlatan just picked up the bot side scuttle, so he must know that Zlatan, or rather Jankos, is on the top side.
Well, there's the flash forward from Caps. The chains will land. Flag and drag interrupted by the fear, and VTO does get popped under the tower.
Fantastic mechanics there by Caps. Doesn't even hesitate.
They can just push in this mid lane, and they can try and get some more control of the top side river instead. Jankos just flack and drag over this hop. Flash on Hirit.
There is no flash available for Hirit, and he's locked inside the Hextech ultimatum. Hops over the minions, gets jumped on by the hook shot, and Hirit will be run down. Broken Blade secures his first of the game, despite G2 being up in kill. Showing up, he's getting advantages, and Misfits are being pummeled for the time being.
That's definitely the clutch faction. Remember Jankos, he was so good at stealing objective the other one.
Oh, locked inside that Cataclysm. The Herald is so incredibly low. The handshake chucked out, and the Herald secured by Jankos. And of course, now Zlatan will be the next target. G2 just surround, outnumber, and frankly, punish Misfits.
Yeah, VTO might be in trouble here as well. Might have to use the flash if Jankos has the mana for the combo. He definitely does.
Here comes Hirit. He's respawned and run back to lane. 3 members of G2 on the retreat. The Shadow Surge forward. Jankos is in trouble as the hostile takeover will delay further damage. One more chuck out as Hirit looking for the Meganar. Ultimate is available to him, continues to chase out Caps, who distortions quadrant of the jungle, and then we'll be able to secure an uncontested Drake. Once again, extending that lead and that advantage. Up in the top lane, Hirit gets jumped on. It is going to Meganar out in just a moment. Broken Blade continues to chase. He needs one more Q. Precision Protocol kill. Solo in the top lane, solo in the mid lane.
Oh my lord, it's just over from the solo lanes, isn't it? We highlight.
With Caps and Jankos still around the mid lane, with Shelly just being deployed, more plates are going to go over to G2. Mercer forced to move into the mid lane, and G2, they'll just have to disengage afterwards.
Well, G2 trying to run away. Caps' flash, and he may need to use it. The clone's taken out. Kill secured for Zlatan. Neon is going to be the next target. We'll be able to sidestep that handshake for now. Dashes to safety, and we'll be able to use that Gale Force only, and the heal. Another plate secured. The gold lead extended. Misfits at least on the board, but they need to stem the bleeding. They need multiple kills. Here comes Mercer. He's jumped on with the Cataclysm at the red buff, and Zlatan and Hirit will try to run down Broken Blade. Kill is secured. Mercer needs to chuck out everything. Here comes VTO as well. Mercer CC bought enough time.
Right now they have full map control with mid lane tier 1 being down, bot lane tier 1 being down. They own all neutral objectives, but the thing is, I think where G2 have kind of...
They do have a lot of tools available to them, but they also need to commit to it. Cadril, when do you start to panic here? The gold lead continues to extend.
Everyone's safe. They're not letting Misfits find a pick before they set up a play, and it feels like every play so far has been dictated by G2. The only one we saw from Misfits, barring the 2 kills, was the Herald Force, which was very questionable, and they lost out on. So now 3 towers over to G2. We'll see if Misfits can cross-map with his top tier 1, but I think on the next Dragon, it's inevitable that Misfits will have to pull the trigger soon, because giving them soul point for the rest of the game is very dangerous. Mercer.
Oh, he's in trouble. Solar Flare will be thrown down. There's not enough support from the rest of the team. Finally, Hirit's looking to engage. Meganar just about to proc, and that's just going to be on the retreat. Neon trying to free fire as now Zlatan steps into the fray. VTO's holding on to the engage. No Shadow Surge just yet. Flag and drag from Jankos puts him underneath the tower for at least one shot. And finally, Misfits reckon they've got time. They find one, looking for more.
Oh, VTO!
All of a sudden, Broken Blade's running for his life. Jankos is so incredibly low. Chagamar stays alive just a couple seconds longer, and finally, Misfits punish G2. G2 were pushing the lane, and they got taken down for
Hello, VTO!
Having Flacket push in the mid lane, as you can see in the turret right now, and then Mercer, he has to go in.
This looks really awkward for G2 at this first, because you can see VTO TPing to that tower just at the top of the...
Well, for his role, he's on his most played champion, and he's going to be asked to step up. G2 going to secure their 5th tower. They are still...
This time, we're guaranteed a 5v5.
And the biggest problem right now is that they can't really cross-map it either, right? And as you said, they kind of just want to scale. 3 items with Neon is what they're looking for.
They had no idea. Meganar is starting to time out. Can G2 keep Misfits away until Mini-Gnar pops back? He's going to be tired. We'll need time for that. There's Broken Blade looking for the engage. It's caught out with the Zenith Blade himself. Blown up before he can
the dragon!
The dragon is going low. And it's stolen! It's been picked up! And Misfits are so far in control of the fight. Zlatan is exhausted and forced to run away. The re-engage from Jankos with the flag and drag, and that's 1 kill to Caps. That's Jankos being popped on the back end, and Neon is looking to get excited. That was a fantastic catch.
Now, looks like Misfits poising to contest. Neon, level 15 on this Jinx, can start to walk up. You can see the pressure difference that we've seen in the last couple minutes now. Neon actually able to contest his mid-wave. Has to be careful though, Flacket. Playing a little bit aggressive.
So much damage. Neon does have flash if he needs it. Mercer and Zlatan are nearby. Solar Flare is available. Mercer may just need it. Zenith plays into the Cataclysm and Broken Blade is looking for Neon. He's flashless at the moment. 4 members of G2 inside Misfits jungle, and Mercer will be the sacrificial lamb to G2 chase for more. They've got a numbers advantage and they've got control. They might push for Baron.
Eyes on this bot 1v1 though as well.
A lot of ultimates available to the Misfits members, and of course here it is recalling.
No
He's
flash.
got that TP up. They engage. The damage. Neon's locked inside the Cataclysm, but he's got the return fire. He is dropped by Flacket, and now G2 once again in control. Vito is surrounded, as is here at Meganov, just about to come up. Vito been chased out by Caps as well as Broken Blade, and it's a chaotic fight as all members of G2 are starting to split up. Vito blows up Broken Blade and now looking to re-engage. Not going to be able to find it just yet. That
is he going to go? Is he going to go?
Still available. Long range jump onto Jankos. Zlatan and Hirit have been able to push the rest of G2.
They have to walk into a choke point of G2.
Jankos is looking for the flank. He's behind the tri-bush, and Hirit is managed to time out that Mega Gnaw, get a couple hits on the minion wave, and will have Mega Gnaw available for the impending fight. The minions will take out the tower and Dragon down to 6,000 as we're waiting for that engage.
Eyes on Broken Blade. Neon has no flash. He's trying to zone him away by hitting him over the wall. Caps gets a bit chunked out. Jankos is starting up the Dragon. Everyone's kind of split around the side. They're going in now though.
That's the engage. Cataclysm into the ultimatum, knocking out members of Misfits. Neon is down and so is Zlatan. Misfits are rooted inside the pit. Hirit will find a stun, but that's another onto Vito, and Zlatan, the last man standing for Hirit, will finally be dropped. The Dragon will be secured, and you have to assume G2 will play for Baron 2.
It's a beautiful wombo combo coming in from G2. All the ultimates aligning. Yankers coming in with the engage on the Jarvan, followed up by Broken Blade and the hostile takeover for Tarkamus. And surely this will be the first game of the series going over to G2.
Definitely will be. Completely wiped off the map, Misfits. 5-0. G2 TP on the mid wave that was already there, and they're going to hit onto the Nexus. No one of Misfits to respond.
Not at all. The death time is long enough for G2 to finish it out clean. It has been G2's game. They have controlled from the minute they started, and Misfits will have to bounce back. I think the team fights, there was potential. Broken Blade, what does he want to run into that?
Helps a little bit. I think maybe against the Jax here. Yeah, Broken Blade special. This is the problem.
Mercer gets it. All of a sudden, the cross map that Misfits wanted to come out with is just shut down immediately.
But I'm happy to see Misfits making that play. Vito shoved the wave in and tried to gank. Ultimately didn't work. Jankos will be able to catch out Neon, who is flashless, who is healless, and Mercer will be the next target. Will get rooted in place by Caps, potentially locked down as well, and that should be just another one for Flacket, as well as one for Jankos.
G2 already ahead in the early stages.
Very early. It's already 1,600 gold.
No, this game is even better from G2. The macro is absolutely beautiful, and they're not slowing down. 6-minute drain, trying to get that Rift Hole for themselves, and is actually going to be allowed to do so. But down towards the bot side, Neon still no flash.
No, not available, and will be able to just get run down. Targamas and Flacket using that Moonlight Vigil. I mean, Mercer wasn't there. Very clear game plan from G2. Get Flacket.
They're winning out on bot side too. Dragons 2-0 on the Aphelios. It's very, very dire for Misfits right now.
That's the thing. Who's even going to stop this Drake? Like, no one's grouped around the Drake. They're just getting this for free because they have all the priority around.
The problem Misfits were having, it was solo lanes. They were really struggling. We look at this game. Down 20 CS mid, top lane matchup, investing so much resource from Misfits, still winning out and has to push. Bot side though.
Zlatan's making his way into the fight. Flacket's got the road gun and taken down Neon already. Here comes Zlatan, but it's too little, it's too late, and it simply doesn't matter. 2 more to G2.
Gentlemen, I don't want to jinx it, but from my experience and looking at this draft, I think we might have a perfect game on our hands unless G2 blunder, and they have done in the past. Maybe Misfits can punish it, and I don't want to count Misfits out, but just looking at the draft, the game state, it's horrific right now despite the gold advantage.
Does Rift Herald need to be secured for it to be a perfect game? Because Misfits did secure that one. You were unable to see that because they were fixing your headset. And now Zlatan is trying to jump onto Jankos, and this may be the first kill secured. That's at least Misfits on the board. There's still 5,000 gold down. And just a quick reminder, the winner here goes on to face Fnatic, and G2 have got their eyes set on the prize. They are in command of this series. They are playing exceptionally well around the map, and they are dealing with any aggression that Misfits throw at them.
Oh, they're not even done. Broken Blade looking for Zlatan as well. This is the jungler getting ganked by the top laner.
Oh, it's just going to get punished for this one here. It's going to dodge away, decides not to jump onto Broken Blade. And
they met against each other, and we see the bot play coming in, and now Caps fighting in mid, just took the tower.
Ooh, that's a flash forward into the ultimatum. Caps will be the target, and here it secures the kill, ends up being a solo. It's little small things that Misfits completely suffocate Misfits.
Misfits.
Definitely can, and you saw what Here it did there. Actually a good play. This Camille Jax matchup will only get worse, as we talked about many times. While G2 use their 1-3-1 to push both sides. Caps and Broken Blade, top and bot, pushing them both in, and they have two choices. One, move mid and collapse on this Misfits, who now get their first tower, looking for a second, or two, keep pushing themselves. Looks like they're going to collapse. Here come the TPs.
Double TP.
Right, so this is going to be a big flank. Two towers secured. Zlatan, can he do anything yet to hop over the wall from Broken Blade? And Neon's going to get hopped up. The Devour will buy some time from Mercer. Hextech Ultimatum is thrown in, and Vizio joins the fray. Targamon's running for his life, and Mercer's going low. Mercer may just get dropped. Not yet, as Jankos buys time with that stopwatch. Finally, get kill is secured. Super Mega Death Rocket goes out. A great sidestep from Herrit. Glacial Path forward into the flash W. Caps locks up Neon. The kills are secured. It is at the cost of his life, but beautiful catch from Caps.
Yeah, just fantastic team fight. Just meant Caps could hunt him down.
And once again, the problem is they were 5k behind. You're not walking into this on even footing. You're running away from a team who's vastly ahead of you. So the game just becomes even more...
Invested so much time and resources ganking that lane, pushing it forward, and it's allowed Flacket to take over. Hextech Ultimatum will be thrown down onto him. There's a gigantic bounty available. The heal is so huge. Flacket is now running for his life, and Zlatan simply can't catch him. Flash now used as well. Vizio finally secures a kill onto Targamon's, but Flacket in a 2v3 is able to bounce it back. Now Broken Blade, Counter-Strike, not in range just yet. The leap is flashed away from as Zlatan gets out. Flacket is going to be able to continue pushing as now all of a sudden Neon arrives. Super Mega Death Rocket is not available. It's on cooldown, and that's a jump. Devoured by Mercer, buying some more time.
Flacket.
TK working out, and Vizio just about survives.
He was so intelligent about the Moonlight Vigil useless. He used it on the Severin to get that lifesteal up immediately, and as soon as Broken Blade joins, well, they're just forced to run away, and then there's the replay. No, it's just the exact same place we're fighting.
Another fight in the same location. Jankos takes down Neon. Here it does teleport in. The ultimatum will be available in just a moment, but Flacket is stepping through the tri-bush. Two members are knocked up of Misfits, and Vito's trying to hold back Caps. That's another dead. Zlatan is taken out. The Counter-Strike under the tower. Knock up as well. Going golden for Broken Blade. Knock available for the kill. This is just obliteration.
Close your eyes.
Take everything.
This is just honestly a slaughter, so there's a lot to swap up. So Misfits, if you have any other plans, you probably need to pull them out now.
They were outscaled from the get-go. The laning matchup didn't even favor the Misfits. They really need to go back to the drawing board because...
So far behind, you're almost 10k down, but if you can fight this Drake and get it, maybe you have a chance. We'll see how G2 collapse on them.
How can they deal with Flacket? He's 6-0-6 right now, so far ahead of every single person on Misfits. The Dragon is being tagged up here by Misfits. The Moonlight Vigil is thrown out. Misfits are running away for the time being. The ultimatum is chucked onto Targamon's, and the soul is secured by G2. Now Misfits are running for their lives. Neon has a couple of autos to throw out, but it simply scratches the back of G2. There's not enough damage. There's not enough time. There's not enough gold for Misfits.
Today is not Misfits' day. It's G2's. They're getting absolutely everything they wanted in these last two games, and Misfits are left with scraps.
I mean, I'm going to be honest, I'm disappointed in what I'm seeing from Misfits. It was a up and down spring season. They had surprising wins. They had highs, but also low lows. And today, it feels like as a team, they are being outplayed by G2, and individually, they are being outlaned by G2. The base has been broken open, and G2 can decide when they want to close this out.
Individually, it's as a team, it's the rotation we see from G2, it's the objective setup, every single thing we can mention about fundamentals in League of Legends. Currently, G2 are just doing them better.
They really are. Baron buff still being used to push in the middle inhibitor turret. Here it will now try to...
Maybe swapping up the site selection a little bit. Finding that solo laner is what you need.
Yeah, and I think despite this performance, despite G2 being so dominant, I will say, hang on a second, as we see someone getting caught out here. Zlatan has the flash if he wants to escape here.
Will it be worth it? It's jumped on, flashes away and rooted up. The Devour's used, and Mercer keeps him alive a few seconds longer. That top tower does fall. The 8th of the game. Broken Blade steps once again onto Herrit. Neon's running for his life, forced to flash from the entrance, and now all of a sudden a gigantic minion wave pouring into the base. Misfits, they are trying to defend, but it is so improbable.
Yeah, the only towers left they have now are at the Nexus. G2 can take this inhibitor, move towards mid, and that's 3 inhibs down. Misfits have nothing else but just fighting.
Caps goes in, goes golden, and Vizio is taken out by a Broken Blade. Flacket gets yet another, and the last 3 members of Misfits running for their lives. The ultimatum onto Broken Blade instantly flashed away from. Somehow, here it stays alive. Neon does have a little bit of time to work with, but the soup is now pouring in 2 lanes. 30-second death timers for Vizio and Zlatan. And of course, that is a very fed, very farmed, very powerful Flacket. Another kill secured. Mercer will be the next to drop, and here it stays alive inside the fountain. It is showboating, it is celebrating, it is absolute domination from G2. They go 2-0 in the series.
Those KDA boys.
I mean, it's just dominant. Of course. Ooh,
there we have it.
Now you're speaking my language. There's a counter bring into Tryndamere. We'll see what Hirit can get done on the Fiora. The top lane just turned into Armageddon. I mean, whichever one's ahead on was up 10 CS, still up 13 right now. VTO struggling. Those summoners being down makes it so Caps can't play as aggressive, and VTO can be a little bit more in his face.
That's in face indeed. Underneath the tower, does secure first blood and will concede the reply to Jankos.
Great solo kill by VTO. Looks a little bit more.
They are on the back foot as Mercer's now roaming.
Yeah, I might shut you down on that action. You can see it from the top side as well. Everyone knows the assignment here. It's about the mid lane. 3 members from both teams trying to net that priority to get that push in, to dictate the control of the map.
Man, pulled backwards by Renata, and Mercer is dropped by Caps. So nicely done with that handshake.
Eliminated. 4th is still a good placing. They really want to push themselves to top 3, but they're consistently placing top 6, top 5, top 4 in playoffs, which is fantastic. That next step is
gold up. The Dragon was secured. Jankos stole the blue buff, and now Jankos is starting the Heralds.
That's the thing, G2. They're so good at playing around with that pressure, but now the mid lane VTO wants to respond.
Well, let's find out. There's a stun as well as the hijacked petrifying gaze, and Caps just sticking around a couple seconds too long. Neon will throw out the Moonlight Vigil and force Flacket to flash. That was an early pick on Aphelios. A pivot from Jinx is working so far.
I have a feeling Misfits aren't done just yet. They're not giving up in this last game. They're fighting back. Caps now punished again in this mid lane. Flash wasn't up just yet. Mercer has abandoned bot where Neon's winning out in the 1v1. Hang on a second though.
The recall finishes! The recall finishes, and Mercer's left all alone. 3 members of G2 will be able to run him down. The kill will be gifted to Broken Blade. And that is, I think, maybe lucky that it was only 1 kill given over. Just yet, they have come back from deficit, so we know they're willing and they're capable. But can they handle today's G2? Mercer's got that Solar Flare, missed the Zenith Blade. Here comes VTO. What is he going to hijack? Schlatan's got that Heartbreaker available to him. Petrifying Gaze is used, and the onslaught to Shadows was stolen away. Great help by so much time, but so far to 1-for-1. VTO traded for Jankos is in the reply. Schlatan's taken out.
And these skirmishes again, once again. They're first. They're the one who's already in the bush. Tarkamas, he's the one who's roaming first, and we're just going to be out of a replay.
Yeah, there we go. Broken Blade using the Undying Rage, trying to chase down, and will be able to secure it. Needs the flash to escape, but solo kill underneath the tower.
Oh, 3 people closing in.
Misfits trying to get 1 back. Look for Hirit, and he will be able to answer. So Schlatan was killed. Trade of 1-for-1. The goal difference is up.
The rest of the map just kind of falls apart.
Of course, with all the time Mercer spent roaming, Goldborg, that means the bottom lane is completely taken. The tower's dropped. Neon is significantly behind Flacket. And now all of a sudden, G2, are they in trouble? Caught out. That's the Zenith Blade connecting this time round. Going to hop over the wall for Jankos. He stays alive a little bit longer. The Rifttail's the focus for the rest of Misfits, and they're not going to be able to find the kills just yet.
They stopped the second charge, but they still need to be careful. It's still not their jungle that they're walking into. Cap still has that petrifying gaze, so Misfits need to be careful about this one. They're getting aggressive.
Stepping forward. The Moonlight Vigil did so much, and Jankos is down. Traded back with the Super Mega Death Rocket. Neon escaped with his life for now. Schlatan dashes forward, and he's taken out by Caps. Now VTO left alone, being shot and run down by Flacket, who's going to be able to push this wave into the tower. Again, Misfits don't get what they wanted.
Yeah, Jankos was caught, but it's G2 who punish it.
Stated about this series so far, but Zlatan just able to pick up the scraps, not able to get out with the Hecarim Fault, not able to go for the second Heartbreaker, and Misfits, they're just left to play retreats. Flacket going to be able to stay in the bot side to pick up the tier 2 turret as well.
I will say, despite all the resources Misfits have, and he needs to be able to push these side lanes, win out against Broken Blade, and take over the rest of the map, because the 4v4 is really in G2's favor.
It really is indeed. A lot of CC there thrown onto Jankos. He will get taken out. VTO secures the kill, the 3rd of the game, and I will add to the Hopium there's that wants to reclaim the title.
Caps gets a couple party hats for this series, achieving a couple milestones. We'll see if he gets caught out in top, though, because there's a trap set up for him.
Well, Caps has got Flash. Foster sidestepped, and VTO's holding on to the onslaught. The rest of G2 making their way up. Mercer's going to throw down that Solar Flare and make it magnificent. Not going to use it just yet. The tower will be the focus. Mercer's buying some time while Hirit is pushing that bottom lane.
Yeah, making 1501 instead for Caps there. These outplays the 1 versus 2 situation. And G2, they push in the middle turret. They're able to allocate their resources on the top side.
For tower trade, but I think trading when you're ahead like this is always going to benefit Misfits, but eyes on Hirit for the rest of the game, because he is the man who has to carry Misfits through this game.
As well as, how do Misfits handle the 4v4s? When you look at their vision, they cannot afford to get caught out. Hear it, and Broken Blade trading back and forth. Undying Rage will buy so much time. A flash forward, and now Schlatter wants to get the reply trade. Spinning Slash will put a lot of distance away. The Moonlight Vigil does not find its target. Broken Blade dodges everything. Defending the aggressive pushes. This will be the 6th tower secured for G2.
And that's exactly what I want to say. All towers on the outer towers are gone now. That's 6 towers G2 in 18 minutes. This early to mid-game transition has been unreal. It's been pretty fantastic to see. Beautiful to watch their macro game so far in this series, just taking over. This is a mid-tier 3 at 18 minutes. That just goes to show how dominant this game is.
Yeah, one-sided again. Neon taking so much damage from Flucket. He's got himself a 300 gold bounty, and Misfits starting to step forward.
With TP advantages, because G2 don't have any of their own, so when they're split up, maybe they can look for TP plays themselves. Misfits, hang on a second.
Neon under a lot of trouble, forced to flash over the wall. Jankos engages, and Mercer is kicked backwards by the hoofs of Jankos. The 12th kill secured, and now 5 versus 4. They start hammering away onto Schlatter. Look at that damage.
Hold on.
The Super Mega Death Rocket is flashed away from, and nothing that Misfits throw. Exquisite performance from G2, and now Misfits are looking very likely to go down 0 in the regular season. Misfits, they do have a knack for pulling a miracle comebacks. They will need a gigantic miracle to pick up this game, and will Hear It be able to do anything? That Miasma is going to interrupt. Keep your eyes on the hostile takeover. Solar Flare hits absolutely nobody. Schlatter's pushed away by Jankos, and a little bit of time has been bought. Flacken gets himself yet another kill. Petrifying Gaze comes up. That's 2 for G2, and Hear It will be run down. Broken Blade running amok. 15 kills, and the Baron
kind of left wondering if they should have just gone for a bot side play with Hear It. He had that teleport available, but in the end, it's G2 who reign supreme with the skirmish around Baron. Performing as a team, and in this game, we've talked about the rotation, we've talked about the macro. They've just looked classes above Misfits.
They have, and they've developed throughout the course of spring. Expectations pre-season were not that high, and now G2 are moments away from making it to the semifinals. Jankos dives all the way forward, jumps onto Neon, kicks him back, and Caps sends him to the fountain. Mercer will be the next target as Flacket is on a rampage. G2 have obliterated Misfits today. And are styling on them as Jankos once again sets up another kill for his team. It has been one-sided all day long, but G2 Esports will now start hammering on the Nexus. They look towards a matchup with Fnatic next Saturday. And for Misfits, they will finish the season 4th. G2 obliterate Misfits.
This was a clean best of 5, this was a clinical best of 5, and this was a decisive best of 5. G2 looking for some fountain dives, smiles across all the faces. Dominant series.
G2 take down Misfits 3-0 and advance to finals weekend. I think huge credit